So, how has it been almost a year since I posted a YouTube video? That is so crazy. I can't believe I haven't posted anything in a year. I'm so sorry that I haven't posted anything. Just basically life got in the way. Well, there are three things that got in the way. Life, laziness, and procrastination, because that probably sums it up. So I'm sorry I have been gone for so long, but I'm back. I'm back, and if you didn't notice, it's now much better lighting. I just invested in some new lighting to hopefully make sure I'm making new videos to make sure that those investment on lights pays off. My goal this year is to post one video a week, which yeah, I'm already failing on because it's like halfway through January. Semantics, but from now on my goal is to really try to post one video a week for this year. Hopefully that will come through, but I would like to give you guys like a small explanation as to like where the hell I've been, why I haven't been on YouTube, what I've been up to in my life the past year. So like I said, a lot of it played into like laziness and procrastination. Like, you know, the longer you go on not making a video, the harder it is to make one. At least the first half of the year I had a good excuse as to why I wasn't posting videos. I did get a new job at the beginning of last year. I think I alluded to it in my last video. I started working at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Hollywood, California. I was hired as part of the opening team for what we have dubbed ourselves as the Wand Squad. So if you guys have ever been to any of the Wizarding Worlds and you buy an interactive wand and you're doing the spells, well, the person that helps you out if you can't do the spell, that's what my job is. Also, if any of you guys have done the Ollivander's wand fitting experience, the person who kind of greets you at the door, does a whole pre-show spiel like turn off your cell phones, don't take flash photography, that whole thing, escorts you in the room, that is me. That's my job at the Wizarding World, and so I got hired to do that the end of January. I started training at the end of January, and then while we weren't officially opening until April 7th, yeah, it was April 7th, we did soft opening from Valentine's Day weekend on, and so we were open almost every day. So I was working a good bit from January to April at the Wizarding World, even though we weren't officially open yet. Even though I wasn't working like every day, I was maybe only working 2-3 days a week. Going from a job of background work where like you're kind of chilling most of the day and you stand up for a bit, sit down, to being on your feet for 6 to 8 hours a day on cobblestone is not fun. I swear the first 2 months I had that job, every day I was having to take Advil and a leave because my feet and my back were hurting so bad. Like I'd come home and like my feet were killing me and I was exhausted, and this was like everyone on the team because like no one was used to standing on their feet all day on uneven cobblestones. I was exhausted. I didn't feel like doing anything for those first few months. I was just so tired. When I wasn't working, I was just like vegging out, and then when I worked again I was exhausted and blah blah blah. Also went on a cruise in between then, so that took up some time. And then opening weekend came, and opening weekend was crazy. It was very cool, but it was crazy like the first week. And then after that, things started kind of mellowing down a bit. At least I was still working a lot. I was actually probably working more than I was in February and March, but my feet had gotten used to standing on cobblestone, so I was finally like, I'm not so exhausted I can't do anything, so I'm gonna start making videos. And then around the time that opening weekend started, I started volunteering for the Bernie Sanders campaign in California. You know, I'm a huge Bernie Sanders supporter, if you guys do follow me on any of my social medias, and I wanted to be as involved as I could and do whatever I could to help Bernie win California. I was phone banking, so calling people. I was canvassing, which is like knocking on people's doors. And then because I was doing it so much, I even became what they refer to as like a canvas captain, which means I was calling people to come to my canvassing. So I would train them on how to knock on doors. I would give them their areas to go to. And then when they came back, I would get all the information they gathered, and then I would send it on to the campaign. So I was doing that from April to the mid-June, and so when I wasn't working, that was literally all of my free time. Any spare moment I had was to the campaign. That was literally what I lived and breathed for 2 months, because I was super determined to make him win California, which he did, but not because of lack of trying on the volunteers part, but because of election fraud. But let's not get into that. This is neither the time or place for that. Anyways, then after that became summer peak at a theme park. I've never worked at a theme park before. And oh, let me tell you, working in a theme park outside all day with not much shade is not fun. I especially did not feel like doing anything when I was out in 100-degree weather for 8 hours a day, you know, having to drink lots of water, dealing with so many people, you know, it's just, that's very exhausting. And I tried even like mid-July when I got out of probation to change my availability so I could only work like 4 days a week so I could actually have time to do stuff like film videos. But unfortunately they would not let me change my availability at that point, so I had to wait till summer was over to do that, which was in September. My summer was literally Wizarding World, and then there was VidCon I went to that I might have met some of you guys at. And that brings us to September, where that's really just where the laziness and procrastination kicked in, where I was just like, it'd been so long since I posted a video at that point. It'd been like 8-9 months. At that point, it was so hard to actually force myself to do it. You know, I kept being like, oh, well, next week, I want to get new lights and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to post. And then the other big reason why I guess I wasn't posting really is I didn't really read any books last year. I was in a huge reading slump. I didn't feel like reading, probably because I started a new job and I was too tired to honestly read. I would come home and I would just want to relax and like watch Netflix. Like, that is what I did. I literally read a grand total of 13 books last year, guys. I was like, well, I haven't read books, so I can't talk about stuff, even though, yeah, I could have talked about a million other things, but that's my brain for you. So I wasn't really reading, so I wasn't really feeling motivated to like post booktube stuff because, well, I wasn't reading. And then, yeah, it was just kind of laziness. And then I think I was finally about ready to post a video like November, and then I got a new job, a new very exciting job. If any of you guys have been to Universal Studios Hollywood, because it's only at Hollywood, and you've been on the studio tour, well, the person giving the tour to you, the guides, that is my new job at Universal. I am a studio tour guide, and it's amazing. It's so much fun. It's easily the best job I've had. I get to talk about movies and TV show and filmmaking for like 45 minutes to an hour to a bunch of people, and every tour is different. Like, different tours I talk about different things sometimes, and different tours you have time to talk about stuff way longer than other tours. It's really fun. It changes every time, and that's what I really like about the studio tour versus like Wizarding World, where it was just the same thing every day. So it started to get very monotonous to me, and I like, by the end, I still am part of the Wizarding World team there, but my primary is studio tour, so I haven't worked there since Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday was the last day I worked there, because after that I had 3 weeks of very, very intense training for a studio tour. It's the most intense training I've ever had, and not everyone made through training. They don't pass everyone. Thank God I did, though. And then it was peak. That's the busiest time of year. It was so much fun giving tours. So all these people were like, on my first day, you know, people saying, oh, that was an amazing tour. My life is in a really good place right now with the studio tour, and then acting is going pretty well. I got new headshots, and I've been going out on more auditions, so that's exciting. And then I have a really big trip coming up this year in the end of April to June. I'm really excited for that. I'll be telling you guys about that later in a future video, but I kind of just wanted to give you guys an update on my life, what I've been doing. I know I haven't really been on social media. My goal this year is to post at least twice a week on Instagram, which I've been doing, post at least once a week on YouTube, and just be better at like doing social media and doing videos and posting the videos. I think, you know, this is the year I'm gonna do a lot better. I really appreciate all of you guys that have stayed subscribed to my channel. I'm sure there's some of you guys who unsubscribed, and I totally understand, because if someone can't post for you, like, what is that? I'm really, really gonna try my best to be a whole lot better at posting videos this year. I gotta make use of this great new lighting equipment I got that looks fabulous. Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Thank you guys so much for being a subscriber to my channel and sticking around. I think 2017 is gonna be a great year for me personally, and also a great year for my channel and just everything. I do think this is gonna be a really great year. And if you guys do have any suggestions for any videos you think I should make, please let me know in the comments, on Twitter. I am going to be posting a Things I Loved in 2016 video pretty soon. Since I didn't read a whole lot of books, this is kind of going to be my favorite like book, makeup product, beauty product, TV show, movie, podcast, just kind of things I loved in 2017, just a whole general thing of all that. I think that will be a fun video, so keep an eye out for that. Once again, thank you guys all for being subscribed to my channel. I'm very excited for this year to be posting videos, and hopefully keep posting videos this year, actually doing it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. I promise, very soon. Bye.